So last night we had a spiritual medicine mini retreat in Lawrence, Kansas, and the circle was so powerful that we ran out of time for our content, for what we came to learn and I came to teach there. But what I told the ladies that were there is that I would make them a video on intuition training tools. So the very beginning of how to tap into your intuition, how to use these tools, how to uncover the innate, God-given, divine birthright gifts that we have inside of us, to hear the Spirit, feel the Spirit, be led on our path, be led to our highest potential, for our healing to come through. Those decisions that have to be made, they're never served in their best interest to be made from just logic, just the mind, the heart, the intuition, that gut feeling, that knowing. That is where you're going to see the fulfillment, the abundance, the vitality in your life. And I have this quote I want to read about the intuitive mind. It's from Albert Einstein, the scientist of all that we, can all think of, that, oh gosh, he was so in his mind, so logic-based, so scientific, rationale-led. But this is what he said: the intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the gift, that honors the servant, and has forgotten the gift. So we've created a society that honors the rational mind and forgot that the intuitive mind is a gift. And the rational mind serves the intuitive mind. So when our intuition drops in and we get an intuitive thought or we get an intuitive message, that is what we go with. And then we use the rational mind, the logic mind, to create parameters, structure, and an outline after that intuition has hit us. So the original plan was to just share this video with the retreat attendees, but I think I'm going to share it with everyone, my entire audience, because this is so helpful. Anything from your healing journey to your career, to your relationships, to anything, your kids, your parenting, your intuition is the truest thing about you. It is the thing that you can trust the most. And I know for sure it's led me through to be able to heal my body from 8 different autoimmune and chronic illness diseases. It's led my career from an entrepreneur that made $0 to an entrepreneur that makes well over 6 figures. It's led my journey in helping others and knowing I have this passion and this gift to give, but how do I do it and where do I put it? So your intuition, it's the truest thing about you. Everyone has one, and it's what you can trust. So what is intuition? Have you ever heard of gut feeling? Or you just feel, some people feel it strongly, some people see it, some people hear it, some people just know it. You can even have like intuitions or insights that you just have a smell that's really distinctive to you. We all have gifts. It's not just for intuitive healers, empaths, psychics, all of that mystical world. We all have gifts because God lives in all of us. And God's always speaking and sending the power and the divinity through us to be led. We're not alone on this earth. So how to tap into your intuition. I'm going to lead us through an exercise today that you can try on your own. So if you're not in a quiet place, you can pause this video and just come back to it at a different time. And I want to show you a couple ways that you can get in touch with your intuition. So we started the circle last night by all sharing where we felt like the universe has given us a pebble or maybe thrown us a brick. And every single woman in this 12-woman circle had an incredible story about how their intuition has led them. Anything from, I've shut my intuition down because I know that my daughter would come back when she was 18 and I didn't, the thought that if I trusted my intuition and she didn't, that means I would be wrong and never be able to trust it. And in this case, she did. Or intuition about helping a client heal and knowing that she had cancer and she needed to go to the doctor, and supporting her in that and supporting her in her healing journey. All of these incredible stories. So we were just a sample population of everyone, and your intuition can be trusted. So, okay, let's start this exercise. This is something that I do with clients. It's just one way of accessing your intuition. You can do muscle testing, automated writing, and there's so much you can do. But I want to show you how powerful your intuition is. So get in a quiet place and just close your eyes. And I would normally say turn your phone on airplane, but you're probably using your phone to listen to this. Begin to take a deep breath and just clear your mind. You're open. This is one exercise of many, and there's no one grading this test. It's just an intro to how to use your intuition. Okay, I have a card over here. I'm going to put it right here to where you can't see it. But we're going to do 2 different places using our gut feeling, our knowing, our intuition. So you'll notice, do I see things? Do I hear things? Do I know things? How does my intuition usually speak to me? We're going to write down 2 places on this card, place 1 and place 2. And I'm not going to tell you what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, what I'm essentially dreaming of with this place. And I'll show you on the card when we're done. But I'm just going to start writing. So this is impromptu. I haven't really planned out a place. So I'm going to write about a place right now. And as I'm writing, you can write, you can close your eyes and see, you can just listen, you can feel into your belly. It's usually heart and belly is where intuition reaches us. On an MRI scan, we'll notice that heart and belly light up before the message travels to the brain. So, okay, I'm going to write about this place, and I want you to just see what comes up. Okay. So close your eyes for a minute. If you're writing, keep writing. That feels good to you. And bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Start to listen to whatever the first thing that comes up is. Is this a place I would like to go? Is this a place that I would like to see? What would I see here? What would I feel here? What would I smell here? What would I know here? Okay. Pause the video if you need. Take a couple minutes and record what you, or write down what you felt. And then I wrote 1 on this. I'm going to flip this to the other side. Okay. And this is going to be the second place. So feel in to your body, same process. And we can always work one-on-one individually to help you develop this in energy healing sessions if you're having trouble, but I guarantee you can do this, that this will work. This place will be different than the first place that we were just at together in our knowing. One thing that's really cool is as I'm feeling into this place, this proverbial place that I'm visiting, right? My heart is sending out energy and signals of how it makes me feel. And those of you who feel using your intuition, you'll probably start to pick up on some of this. Okay, I think I have it. So again, left hand on your heart, right hand on your belly. I want to go here. What do I see? What do I feel? What do I smell? What do I know? What do I hear? Pause the video. Take a moment if it doesn't come right to you. It will. It really will. Okay. When you're ready, let's go through place 1 and 2. So place 1, I'll read you what I have. See, it says place 1. Beach, sun, happy, family, fun, laughter, food, play, nature, hand-holding, sunsets, walk, kissing. So usually when you're in the baby steps of developing your intuition, your knowingness, when I say, is this a place you'd want to go? Most of you probably felt, yes, this feels comforting. This feels good. And then the more you develop it, the more you can tune into these energies, these frequencies, these signals that my body, my brain is sending to you to pick up on. And then number 2, see, if you don't believe me, there it is. Number 2, you can start to see, I wrote down dark, scary, dead. What I was seeing, number 1 was pretty obvious, family beach vacation. Number 2 was like this path after a tornado. It was really scary. And I was seeing a neighborhood in Kansas that had tornado destruction. I don't know why that came up, but maybe someone listening to this video has been a part of that and this will speak to them. I don't know. I just learned to trust it because it's always helpful. Dark, scary, dead trees, destruction, wind, desolation, tornado activity, death. Empty, barren, sad, tears, heartbreak. So that's just an example of one exercise you can do using my intuition and energy healing. I'll get impressions or messages or intuitions for people of what's going on in their body and their heart and their mind and their spirit. And it helps us to feel seen when the spirit just works through us for another person or for our own leading. Every single big decision I've had to make in my life, I've learned never to use this, to use this, and to use this. And it's never led me astray. So intuition, it's like a muscle. You have to use it every day. You have to use it every week. You have to practice it in your own energy healing practice, in your journaling practice. And we can talk about ways to do that. But first, what blocks intuition? Our logic. When you're first starting to use your intuition, 1, you're always going to feel like you're making it up. You're going to feel like I'm like a child playing make-believe. Perfect. If you don't have imagination, you can't have intuition. They need each other. They're two friends working together. Also, if you're using your logic brain, you're going to second guess it. Something's going to come and you're like, no, you're immediately going to talk yourself out of it. But the more you work with it, and you'll be given little confirmations. Maybe you write down one intuitive impression you had in your journal or in your phone every day, and you'll watch in time that these things are true as revelation comes to you. So the mind, the ego doesn't want to be wrong. The ego is afraid. The ego mind wants to keep us in knowingness and keep us out of fear. So it likes plan, it likes definite. Then intuition is a scary thing for the ego mind, which we're all battling. And then emotional blocks. So if there's a situation or a decision that you have to make, your emotions are heavily involved in it, like most of us, we have to clear the emotion first. So for those of you that were at the retreat, I'm just going to email you this energy healing audio that is for you to use. And then for the rest of the audience, you can download this on my website, inspirehealthbyjen.com, Inspire Products. It's right there at the top. You can download it, and it's a 30-minute energy healing audio that's going to lead you through a sequence of essentially the body is always your guide for stored trauma, stored emotion. This will always block our intuition. If I'm trying to make a decision, is this person going to be a good business partner for me? And they're a mirror to a trauma I have stored in my body's going to be reacting from fear. An intuitive decision doesn't have emotion attached to it. It just feels clear and strong, and you might make you excited, it might make you a little nervous, but you're emotionally detached from it. And that's why we're so good at giving other people intuitive insight rather than ourselves, because with our own life, it's emotional. But when using your intuition to make big decisions or help other people or just strengthen it in your life, we have to clear out our trauma, our stored emotions, our stored energy, or we can't access what's really in there. So that is what essentially I help people with in energy healing in one part, is clearing out the body. Did you know that every physical condition we have, from like a hurt shoulder to a bum hip to heart disease to digestive disturbances, all of those things start in the energy field, every single one. All of our physical symptoms are byproduct of our energy. And our energy is dictated by the emotions, the trauma, what's stored in us. So when using your intuition, I can say, in my healing journey, when my body was really sick, full of toxins, pathogens, and stored emotions, my intuition was not, it was there and it was strong, but it wasn't clear and it wasn't sharp. And I couldn't always rely on it because I had those blocks. So this energy healing audio will help you assess your body, find where the block is, and it'll lead you through on clearing it. And sometimes you'll get insights on these blocks, but it doesn't always matter. You don't have to analyze it and dissect it. It's just more important that it leaves and that you've been with it. So the biggest takeaway from this is you have intuition. You have tools to begin to work with it. So you can try the exercise we just did, just journaling, free flow journaling, imagining yourself to be a channel. So we did this at the retreat, but channel of light coming into your head of knowingness through your crown into your heart, and then our shoulders and our whole extremity here is an extension of our heart. So if you have shoulder pain, your heart's hurting. But just writing, allowing whatever wants to come through. And sometimes it just starts with little words, and then it can go to stories, and then it can be this automated writing of like your soul, your higher self writing to you, your intuition, God, spirit, source, whatever makes sense to you. Biggest thing, you have an intuition. You were born with it. And if you're not accessing it daily, you're shorting yourself in your life. There's so much richness, fullness, wholeness, divinity that wants to come through in your life when you access your intuition. So hope this serves you. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and I'll be sure to reply.